Hello, beer tubers, and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the Master of Hoppets. Today, joined by
Brett
of Anomyces, checking out some hazy double IPA that we got all the way from the west coast of America. Some Monkish that we got from Joe, aka Jar's Arcade. Joe sent over a lot of awesome beer, and he sent out these two that we thought we should get drunk ASAP, because we have a lot of actually hazy IPA to try, mainly Monkish. But these are the oldest, so we are cranking them today, also because one of them I freaking love. So we're checking out Foggier Window and a double dry hopped with no chain.
Yeah.
So Foggier Window, Brett and I both had at ABCC. We really loved it.
19.
Yeah, and it's a massive double dry hop. No, not massive, but it's a double dry hop, double IPA with Nelson, Galaxy, and Citra.
Yeah.
And then this double dry hop with no chain is a double dry hop, double IPA, but with Citra and Amarillo. It's 8%. The other one's
Primarily
8%.
Amarillo.
Yeah, and the thing with this one is that it's brewed in tribute to MF Doom, who passed away not too long ago. West Coast rapper, some of you guys, East Coast rapper actually, I think. But some of you guys may know him. I only know him by name, and because he's called Doom, in reference to Marvel's Doctor Doom. I don't listen to much rap music, but they made a tribute to him, and they even did a glass. But I think we should start with Foggier. We've had it before.
Yeah.
I'm really stoked on actually getting a proper pour of Foggier because I loved it. And it's Nelson. I love Nelson. So
Me too.
yeah, and also check out Joe, of course, if you haven't already. But yeah, pour is a very pin bright golden yellow color. I mean, it's just a little bit more bright looking than
Foggy.
than the with no chain.
Yeah.
Looks very nice. Pin bright and white head.
Yep.
The aroma. Oh man, that smells really good, even though it's 6 weeks old.
Yeah.
It is so Nelson-like. That white grape gooseberry thing just really pops with boatloads of pineapple. Yeah. It is super bright.
Yeah. It's like gooseberry, pineapple, white grape, lychee.
Yeah. Kiwi.
Yeah.
Maybe even no kiwi for sure.
I definitely see that kiwi thing, and also a bit of that. It's not super earthy, but a bit of like
yes. Pin bright dankness too, and there's a little bit of that like almost like candied melon thing more so than sweet overripe melon.
Yeah,
man, it smells good.
Like, to me, like green melon.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Galia melon. Yeah.
Let's try Foggier, man. This smells awesome. Amazing. Cheers, thanks, Joe.
Cheers.
Man, oh,
that's really saturated.
Wow. This is 6 weeks, and this drinks like most of really good New England double IPAs in Europe.
Yeah.
We experienced
3 weeks.
Yeah, we experienced the same thing with China Shop Blues. This is even more so. Like it's so saturated still.
Yeah, this is quite a bit more fresh.
Yeah, for sure. But we have a can of Planet's Got a Roll too, and we loved Beats Is Infinite.
Yeah,
but that one is only like a little more than 10 days or something, like 12 days. So I think we should sit on it a bit more, to be honest, because I have a feeling that it will be almost too much.
Yeah.
And I think I've heard Joe talked about like the saturation of these beers are intense when they're fresh.
And it's still, at 6 weeks,
I love this.
It's so, so saturated, but so bright and just fresh throughout.
It's like the reason why I really fucking love Foggier is because it's not the everyday classic New England IPA. My big, King Julius and King Julius were amazing.
Yeah.
But they were so much more like, what you expect from the style. Just like really overripe citrus and sweet tropical fruit. This is so pin bright and dank, and it has those like awesome bright nuances of the kiwi and this kind of bright green melon as you talk about. It has an herbal spiciness.
I think basil actually with this one, a bit.
I don't know if maybe basil again. I'm maybe leaning more Thai basil because it has a mintiness to it without being straight mint. Like the West Coast IPA we had from Slice, the triple IPA, that was more straight mint. But this is like a interesting herbal. It just reminds me more of Thai basil. Yeah. Because I feel like regular basil is a bit more like sweet and light. This is a bit more singy.
But still, if you eat basil, it's still dry and
nice and dry too, yet slick and velvety, and like very nice dankness to it as well. That pineapple kush dankness is there for sure as well. It's just dead on, and the Nelson really shows itself with that super pin bright gooseberry and white grape character like Sauvignon Blanc.
But also the pineapple thing that probably comes from the Citra.
Yeah, but I think pineapple is also sometimes in Nelson. I think you sometimes get that from Nelson. And Galaxy is just there with some earthiness and the spicy vibes, and then that like nice melon character that they really know. Like the brewery I know that knows how to work a Galaxy best is Monkish.
Absolutely.
I've never had a brewery that's done Galaxy hops so well in IPAs. And then in terms of yeast esters, it's a generic kind of like just sweeter, juicier fruit ester that helps boost the hops.
But it's mostly dry and, really bright.
Yeah, and what I love about Monkish is that it's that combination of just some of the yeast esters that you find in New England IPAs, but just like a real big brightness and hop-centric flavor. Yeah. But more in balance than, say, Trillium. I think the cohesiveness is so much better. It's just kind of like if you did... If the West Coast,
raw.
Yeah. It's almost like if the West Coast kind of invented, or not invented, but the West Coast taking the New England style and just reworking it a bit and throwing it back, because there's a bit of bitterness and dryness.
I think Trilliums, at least the last ones we had, were a bit more pellety.
They were.
These don't go pellety.
No, they were a bit
just
more
uber bright.
and they were also a bit more fizzy.
Yeah. Yes.
Because the carbonation was higher, the mouthfeel wasn't as good as on these.
Yes, I think these are more dialed in.
Fucking love that.
Yeah.
I think I would have loved it even more maybe 2 weeks ago, but right now it's still world class double IPA.
Yeah. Let's try this one.
Let's try it with no chain. Amarillo and Citra, mostly Amarillo.
Quite a different character.
Yeah. But, more golden orange.
Yeah.
And a white head on it. Well, let's check out the aroma. A bit more muted.
Yeah.
But Amarillo is also not one of these really crazy punchy hops. It's like citrusy.
Definitely orange peel.
Yeah. It's really orange peely and pithy. The second whiff here, I'm getting more dankness, which probably is Citra. But yes, man, Fogger just pops so much more.
Yeah.
Wow, what a difference.
Yeah.
It still smells really nice, but it's just a bit more, I don't want to say generic, but it's not as fine-tuned and intense on the flavor.
You just sense, again, we've talked about it before, this is a beer that they've brewed several times.
Yeah. It's
totally dialed in.
Batch 8 this year.
Yeah.
But yeah. Let's try a double dry with no chain.
Yes.
Cheers. Thanks, Joe. Yeah, it's really orangey and pithy.
Yeah.
That's maybe even more so West Coast.
Yes, it's more West Coast. It's like West Coast IPA with New England yeast.
Yeah, it really is. It's also more... It feels a bit more bitter. I don't think it is. It just feels a bit more bitter because it's got like a lot of earthy kind of vibes.
Yeah. Lots of orange.
Earthy, oily citrus and lots of orange and tangerine. Yeah. It's really just like an orange... I don't think it's like Julius because it's more West Coast like, but it's the same kind of fruity profile as like a King Julius. Really. Yeah. It's like this really citrus forward and overripe stone fruit and overripe citrus fruit.
Yeah.
A little bit of overripe tropical fruit too, generic sweet tropical fruit, but it's more West Coast like because it has all that dryness and pithiness and everything. It's not as like crazy juicy as King Julius.
I think the biggest difference is that the King Julius had more of like a bubblegum ester.
Yeah. Big time.
Underneath. It smelled and tasted a bit more sweet and a bit more, just ester forward than this.
But I think I prefer Foggier over King Julius, just a regular.
Yeah, I do.
I think it just nails, the characters just nail for me in terms of personal preference. I love Nelson and I love Galaxy, and this is just a prime example of how to work those hops in a hazy IPA. Yeah. This is also good. I mean, this is a nice New England IPA. I'd be happy to drink it.
Yeah, it's tough competition when we taste this after.
Yeah.
Something that's quite high level, world class.
Yeah.
But I would be stoked to have this,
at a bar or whatever.
Yeah, or just just that without having this one before. But
yeah, I'm gonna go like a 93, 94 on double dry head with dry hop with no chain. And then I think a 96, maybe a small 97 on Fogger. It's 96 now. It'd probably be 97, 98 maybe if it was just like a little bit fresher.
But I preferred Beats' Infinite a bit over.
Me too.
Foggy.
And that's only Galaxy, which is weird. But I think I would prefer Foggier if it was fresher over that one. I don't know. It's just because I love Nelson.
Maybe, yeah.
I'm not. So yeah, that's why I'm gonna go.
I think they would be pretty close.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna go 96.
Yeah.
Because it's like around the same level as King Julius.
Yeah.
I think for me in terms of preference.
Yeah. But I don't think this lacks freshness. It's just you get that extra small pop when it's 4 weeks old.
Just having a sip of this after double dry with no chain. Wow, what a difference! Fuck, I love
much
Foggier.
more complex and vibrant.
Yeah, fantastic.
I was actually thinking 97 on Foggier window, and,
I think I agree. It's I said 96, maybe small 97. It'd be a high 97.
I prefer this over King Julius.
To be honest, I think so too. It just has more singingness and brightness, and it's not so hop saturated. It's like
I think
it's still like very hop saturated. It's just more cohesive
and it's more nuanced.
Yeah,
you actually taste and more nuanced and complex.
I agree.
Yeah,
and I would I think both King Julius and King Julius are world class IPAs.
They are.
If I was offered Foggier window, I'd pick that.
I think
just because I like this Nelson Galaxy character so much more and all that brightness. And I think it's fun because it also leads a bit into the fact that we're getting into West Coast IPAs more. Because they have similar flavors.
Yeah.
So that might be why.
Yeah, but
this is just so good.
Monkish just nail, especially Nelson and Galaxy. Yeah,
they really know how to.
And I just prefer those hops over Citra oriented beers.
And and I'm really stoked because I think one of the IPAs in the fridge is got it's got Strata, which will be fun to see how that works, and there's more
That's
Nelson.
also really bright, passion fruity.
So they seem to really nail working with these bright hops. But fantastic. So 93 Forest. I mean, I don't want to call Double Dry with No Chain world class. It's just really, really good.
But it's really nice.
Foggier is fucking world class, and I would also pick this over King Julius.
Yeah.
Boom. So if you guys had a chance to try either of these two, let us know what you thought of them. Thanks a ton to Joe for the beers. You're the man, dude. It was awesome to try these. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And we're going to say cheers.
Cheers.
And delicious foggy windows. And see you guys.
Chains.
And chains. See you guys in another beer review.